Okay.
Or just pump your dinosaurs full of tranquilizers. Why?
Why not?
Why not?
Because they're coming right at us.
Nah.
Okay, I'll just load up my documents, wait for Doc to get into the thing, and then boom. We shall be all set to go.
Oh, hey, your face is there.
Yep, I'm aware my face is here.
Yep, blue
I
shirt.
want Code Vein out already.
You should what now?
I want Code Vein out already.
Oh, right, the anime Dark Souls.
You mean anime souls?
I don't care. And
It's-
Call of Cthulhu, I also want that one.
It's the Dark Souls of anime.
Oh, Call of Cthulhu?
Yep.
I want that. Because it's Cthulhu.
Oh, wait, there's another Cthulhu game coming out?
Yeah. I just hope it's not just a nonsense remaster of the first one.
Oh, yeah, the one on the PlayStation 2. Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Corners of the Earth. It was... meh.
It looked like a weird game from what I saw with my friend playing it. Okay, I'm missing it.
Yeah.
I'm missing one of my documents here. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Is that it? Yep, that's the one. Christ, that rain is really loud.
No, it's not.
Well, you guys can't hear it because I got my volume down, but I've just like... Yeah, basically.
Eh, that's
I'm highly
fine.
doubting this is gonna fix anything, but... God, I hate how tough it is to push this thing. Screw it. I'm fine with that.
Drop kick the door.
Always.
The carpet hasn't been worn in yet.
Exactly.
The carpet hasn't been worn in yet, so it takes quite a bit of pushing to get that bit closed. Whatever, you guys can't hear the rain, so that's fine. Right, so is that it? Yep, got that one, got that one, got that one.
So, any suggestions for cat names?
Eh,
Nope.
I mean, aside from Calamite.
Lucifer.
Ah, but Calamine is always the best one to go for.
Eh.
I shall suggest that the cat we get is male.
If it is male, it can be Calamine.
If it is female, it can also be Calamine.
Calamita.
Oh god.
Yep.
I have already rule 63'd Calamine.
Yeah.
You know me as Calamine, but you may also know me as Calamita.
I would stab him.
I have already killed Calamine for you all. You are welcome. It was necessary. Only I could have killed him. Okay, let's get this show on the road. And see if I can remember, because it has been a bit of a while, because we've all had live stuff to do.
Yeah. I'm not going to be there next week anyway.
Yeah, well, it's Father's Day next week.
Yeah, well, next week I got a LARP anyway.
Yeah, well, as I said, next week we're not doing a session anyway, because it's Father's Day. Also, I have a voice acting workshop that I'm trying to get into, so I want to do that. Nothing against you guys, but, you know.
Ugh.
I will bite you, dog.
Yo,
What?
Sorry, I just told my dogs I'd go and fight them.
Ah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe once this audio actually fucking works.
And then exploded.
And then I stabbed him 47 times.
So
That's normal.
I don't think that song works anymore.
I hear it.
There we go, this one works. Yeah, I'll get rid of that one later. So.
Classic Morrowind songs.
It's Oblivion, actually.
It was also in Morrowind, but I just don't remember where.
Well, this is one of the Oblivion songs. Anyway. Our band of adventurers, the Warps of the West, have journeyed from Gunmar's ground into the Pale's Hold capital of Dawnstar. Upon arriving there, you first went to the Imperial headquarters, delivering news that Gunmar's ground had been saved from the bandit king Belarus. After a little bit of wandering around, you had ran into several individuals. For Raimi, she ran into one of the priests of Akatosh, who provided information upon her lost love. And through one way or another, you all had arrived at the grand entrance, meeting Dula, the merchant, where Drayan had put a down payment on for a ring of fireball. During the rest of the afternoon, you explored various parts of the city, splitting up and basically doing your own thing, until eventually you all went to rest in various inns. Drayan, Dark, Gil, and Lorvo, Garxpol even, going in one of the more upstanding ones on the second layer, and Raimi taking rest in the Hooked Fish down on one of the more lower levels. So, as you all wake up in your respective inns, you head downstairs where breakfast is being served. Drayan and Garxpol, your food consists of rather, not incredible, but still rather well done vegetables and meats and such. Meanwhile, Raimi, as you find out, most of your food is heavily salted fish. It's not amazing per se, but it is filling enough. So, as you all eat in your respective inns, what do you do?
Can I look back over my jobs in my notebook?
The jobs that you had written down when you went into the Hooked Fish, yeah?
Yes.
So, looking through your notes, you can see that you had written down the 3 jobs that are currently available. There is investigating why there is an acidic water coming up in the slum district. There is a request to aid in exploring the Dwermer ruins that are up on the top level. And then there is also the job mentioning about aiding in monitoring the Dover Gang, a group of what apparently appears to be mostly Argonians that are essentially causing a bit of a ruckus. And in all 3 of them, it also has a location of where to go.
I shall turn to Garxpol and mention the Dwemer ruins. So Garxpol, I must ask, what do druids know about the Dwemer, if anything?
In my case,
Make a history check.
not much.
Make a history check.
Oh god, really?
Yeah.
Do I even have any intelligence for this shit?
This world.
I have absolutely fuck all.
No, just roll it. Make a history check. The druids are a rather new addition to the world of Tamriel, figuratively and literally. So their knowledge of the Dwemer doesn't really extend much past a normal passerby. They're more focused on nature, more focused on the land around the ruins than what's inside the ruins.
So basically what I was saying.
Essentially, you know as much as every other person.
As a normal schmo in the street.
Yep.
Well, there happens to be a ruin up here along this acidic water somewhere down toward the lower docks. Could it be that there's some sort of creature trapped down there? Something that produces acid.
I couldn't say. Oh god, my throat's still killing me.
I see then. Well, aside from that, I'm going to be going on patrol tonight.
For
There's apparently a band of Argonians that think they're descended from Alduin. They call themselves the Dova Gang. And to me, they seem like they're idiots, to be honest. Violent idiots.
sounds about right.
Yes. So I'm going to see what I can do, and if I could manage to find their leader and perhaps shame him into disbanding the group.
I'm willing.
And if you wish to join me on this, well, here's the invitation.
Oh, I'm willing to crack a few skulls if needed.
Only if they attack first.
Sure. That's fine.
Alright, so while you're having this discussion, Raimi, as you're in the hot fish, you can see there's a mismatch of people. Some of them that clearly look to be a more mercenary type, but most of them are rather downtrodden. So you've had your meal. Is there anything in particular that you wish to do?
I will look for the rest of the party.
Alright. So if that's the case, so that would be essentially you leaving the inn. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Just to see how well you can ask people and if they can direct you. Okay, so
Jesus.
while that's going on, so while you begin your search for the party, for the other party members, Drain and such, is there anything you lot are doing beyond that?
Can I polish my loot?
Okay, so...
Wow.
Alright. Okay.
I'm literally polishing an instrument.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that we're all 12 here. So, you spend the better part of about 5 or 10 minutes making sure that your musical instrument is all clean and such. During this time, you see, out of the corner of your eye, you see Raimi walk in. Raimi, having a quick look around, you eventually do recognize, you do notice Trajan and Garxapol are sitting relatively a little bit far back, but it's enough that you can notice them.
Where did you disappear off to?
You two, come here right now. And I beckon them over.
Wait a moment. First of all, where did you disappear off to last night?
I was about to ask you the same question. Where did you go?
I was walking around here. I mean, we went to this inn.
We
And I point at you.
We need to have a serious talk, you two. So come here right now.
Fine. So I guess I'll go over while rumbling a bit under my breath.
Alright, so you're all together, you're standing in the inn, so...
Okay, we need to talk right now.
About?
We need a de facto leader in our group. Someone to lead the way.
Well, as it's been going, I've basically been the one who's been speaking for this group for the most part, so...
The leader is more than a talker. It's someone to give direction. We need someone to take it on.
Well, in that case, you can definitely say Lork goes out.
Lovo actually didn't come down with you guys. He is still nowhere to be seen.
And
Yes.
Lorgo's not even here.
This
That's
this
great.
ragtag group needs a proper leader. Otherwise, we're just going to die.
Fair enough.
So, who do
Fair.
you think is the leader then? Who do you vote?
I would say Gil, but then again, he has a little bit of a history, yeah, with things.
What about Darksapar? What does he think?
I don't think Godbold really cares.
I do not.
See,
Okay, well in that case, I think I should be.
are we sure about this? I was
We
thinking,
need someone. Someone needs to be. Otherwise, we're just going to die.
in that case, I was thinking maybe it would be me. I mean, I've been keeping this party alive for the most part.
I've got more kills over my head than you.
I'm the only one here who knows more than. Okay, I can technically use a lot more healing. Gil, you can do it too, but yeah, you kind of have a limit to your paladin powers.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
That being said, though, how do you keep making your weapon electrified?
I don't quite know. I just ask Meridina to give me some strength and lightning.
Well then.
Hey, I don't know how this stuff works. The gods are weird.
That they are. Shake my head and just look back to Raimi.
Have you seen the job listings at the hooked fish?
Wait, the hooked fish? I was actually there recently and I got some job notes.
Yeah. What do you think of them?
Well, I'm going to go on patrol for the Dova King, and I invited these guys to come along with me if they wish. And then after that, either we go and check out the acidic water problem or the ruins. I would go with the former, though.
I was thinking of checking out the sewers, because the sewers will create access for a great escape, in case something goes wrong.
Mhm.
See, this is why we need a leader, so we can make proper decisions.
Of course. Well, to be fair, I'm just not going into the ruins right away, simply because I've heard rumors about Dwemer ruins, and they're dangers. I've never been in one before, to be honest.
I myself, I've spent some time in the sewers, so I'm familiar with the sewers. I think we should go there.
That's what I was actually saying. We should go to the sewers first,
Yeah.
then the ruins. And doing night patrols for a little bit extra cash every now and then.
So when should we head off to the sewers then? The quicker it's done, the easier it'll be.
I'd say you should probably go right now. Well, it's still early.
Yeah, around this time, it is about 10 o'clock in the morning at this point. It took about an hour or such for Raimi to ask around and actually get to the third layer of Dawnstar.
We should go when it's daylight, so we can use the light to advantage.
And that's literally what I just said.
What about Dawnstar and Grimoire?
I mean, I believe she has dark vision, so darkness shouldn't be a problem, right?
Keep in mind it's dark vision, not night vision. So there still needs to be a source of light to be able to see.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
The Khajiit have night vision, but Dark Elves have dark vision.
Well, the moon provides light, so we can still see.
Yeah. But
Yes,
it's just so that you're aware, it's not night vision.
No, it's
I thought you
literally
said
just
dark
meant to
vision.
enhance the light.
Mhm.
It's fine.
So, shall we be heading off now?
Yeah, I'm up for it. I want as much money as I can. And to build a reputation.
Same, considering I have a down payment on something. So, let's head off.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. So you all begin to head towards the lower level. As you do, there's several town criers. Raimi, you've been mostly blanking them out as you try to search for the other people, but you're able to now, now that you're all together and making way to the bottom level at your own pace, you're able to hear several of the town criers go, "Dragon spied battle in his solitude! Keep an eye to the sky for any wayward combatants! Bandits defeated by Skyrim forces at Gummar's ground. All clear to travel via the main road, expected to be declared soon. Relations between Falkreach and Dawnstar sour as Falkreach soldiers found dead in the Pale. Military build-up along the hold borders. Avoid traveling to the other holds unless absolutely necessary. 5 dead and 14 injured in Dover gang attack on the and you can see with a lot of them they're struggling to say the name until eventually go, the monastery. All assailants confirmed dead by Dawnstar soldiers. Jarl Olaf calls for a day holiday to celebrate the 400th year of Aldrin's defeat next week. And then they start repeating those headlines.
So, the Dova gang been attacking monasteries.
There's only
They
one.
really are.
There's only one monastery that you know of here. Like there's a clear distinction between a monastery and a church and a temple. Like churches and temples are lumped together, but the monastery is classified as different because that's where the monks are based in. So the monks' order took the word monastery in order to not confuse it with church or temple.
Okay then, Mr. Leader, what do we do now?
It takes you about 2 or 3 hours, but you do eventually arrive at the before you continue, obviously. You arrive at the bottom layer, and the bottom layer you can see the most prominent thing is the docks. This is where the docks start, and so there's a heavy smell of salt in the air. You can see various individuals walking about carrying crates. You hear various bits of shouting. The dock is incredibly busy, and at this point now you can see, actually focusing on it, there is a incredibly large warship just docked in one of the piers, with the other one having two smaller ships next to it.
How did we miss this before? You would have thought seeing a warship would be easy to spot even from the upper levels. No matter. We're here to start on the sewer job.
Wait a second. You're missing something important.
Hmm?
We need
What do you-
information first. We need a map. We need hints. We need witness statements.
That's why I was going to go to the person who requested this.
Let's go. Leader.
Alright, make an investigation check. Is anyone gonna help in the search?
Me.
Okay, so either Drayan or Raimi make the roll with advantage. Decide on who. Or you can make your own separate investigation checks, whichever you prefer.
Can make a map. Make a ring one.
Alright, both of you roll a d20, no advantage for this then.
Okay.
So investigation check for both of you. So it takes you the better part of about 2 hours. Partway through, the investigation check's been too low for that. Partway through, you are eventually pointed in the right direction, leading you to the slum district. As you enter it, you can see that the entire area is in disarray. There is loads of waste on the floors and such. You can see people rotting, not so much in rags, but they clearly haven't had any new clothing for a while. It has a rather nasty smell of, again, human waste and rotting food and fish. And one smell you also notice as you go past the various wells is a slight burning smell in your nostrils. Something that smells a little bit like an acidic smell. But eventually, after about another 20 or 30 minutes in here, you're eventually directed to a Dawnstar guard. It is a orc, a female orc with dark hair that goes roughly to the shoulders, no tusks that you can see, and has a rather weathered face.
Hello there, guardswoman. We have come because we heard about a job.
Oh, you've
the sewers.
about the message with the water. Is that right?
Yes.
It means a lot that you're doing this. My name is Shulia. I'm just an ordinary guard that just wants the best for these people. This was my home once, and I feel that it's best to give back to them.
Very understandable.
So, right, so the water problem. It's happened for a couple of weeks now. There's not a whole lot we know about it. All we can assume is that it's coming from the sewers because that's where some of the water goes through. The city's magicians and wizards have been able to use their little tricks. I'm not very versed in magic, I'm afraid. But whatever it is, it's made the water safe enough to drink, but many people are still noticing the acid in the water, making it rather uncomfortable for them.
They purifying the water at least.
Yeah, it comes up with various bits of human waste and the acid. They're able to clear the waste off, but something about this acid they can't get rid of for some reason.
Definitely, it's not a normal source.
Yeah, if it was a normal source, then I imagine their magic would be able to sort it.
We will go down to the sewers and see if there's something messing with it and adding this acid.
You won't be able to get through from this level. It's too close to the sea. We've tried it once before, and when the tide comes in, it makes it nearly impossible. If you go up to the second or third level, there should be an entrance to the sewer. If you ask around enough, I'm sure you'll find a potential entrance point.
I understand. Thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for helping these people.
It's the least that we can do.
I wish there were more people like you here. Good luck.
Thank you.
And you can see as she smiles, you finally see two small tusks poke out from her bottom lip.
Well, back up we go.
So this one, it doesn't take you as long. You on the second and third level, the architecture of like the roads and such are a lot more better built. So eventually you're able to find a guard who points you over to one of the nearest trains and assists you with going in. So as he moves the cover, looking down, you can see just blackness. You can see a little bit at the bottom of where the sewer actually begins, but for the most part, it is very dark. Garxapole, with your dark vision, you can see a little bit more, but nothing really prominent.
Okay, let me check. I think I have a torch somewhere in here.
Is the guard still with us?
Yeah, the guard's there. Yeah, he's just standing there.
Hey, guard.
Yeah.
We need a map. Give us one.
What, you think a fucking city guard has a map?
Where can we get a map?
I don't know, there's a merchant shop somewhere. I don't know, ask anyone around here. They might be able to provide you one.
Listen, we're here to help you and your citizens, so we need all the information and help we can get. So
Why
we
would a
need
guard have a
right
map
now.
of the sewers?
Raimi. Stop. I'm sorry about that. She's just very prepared. Or likes to
We
be.
need as much info as we can. We need witness statements. We need any information you can give us right now.
Witness statements about what?
Has anybody else heard any strange sounds? Saw anything? Any kind of illnesses?
Strange things. No, I mean, there's a problem with the water in the slums area.
There's no loud roaring or strange whistling or anything in the night?
No. I mean, well, we hear some stuff, but that usually turns out to be just Dover Gang thugs doing stuff. Like the whistle
So
and
there's
such.
Dover gangs in the sewers?
Don't think so. Going into the zoo is kind of a death trap.
Okay, listen to me, guard. Here is 5 gold. You're going to buy us a map.
Make a persuasion check. Alright. He just pushes the gold back to you. I pay to protect this city. I don't pay to be anyone's errand boy.
Okay.
That is very much correct. Thank you for that. Raimi, you need to have a better way with talking to people.
Your problem is you're too nice to people. They will take advantage of you one day. You need to step up.
One moment. I pull Raimi to the side and whisper, "Listen here, Raimi. Yes, I know I'm nice. However, that's one of the best ways you can get information from people, is by being sincere, charming, and flattering, rather than being forceful. Do you understand?"
The best way to get information is to try to squeeze it out of them.
Clearly not from what we've been seeing.
We've learned that these sewers are silent, so we can assume the monsters inside are deep within, and they don't come out to attack.
Yes, we can assume that there's a nest in the sewers of some sort of creature that produces acid. Or it's some sort of plot. Not sure if the Dova gang would be smart enough to do something like this, but it's a potential.
All I'm saying is, we need to go in with a map. We could get lost. We could become lost and die. Do you want that happening?
I do not.
Then should we get a map?
Fine. We can get a map, or we can use rope to mark our way.
And how will we see it when it's pitch black?
I have a lamp and some oil.
Won't the lamp alert them to our presence?
Do you have any other suggestions for how we can see in the dark?
Yeah, we use dark suppose, dark vision to look at the map and we find our way.
Once we get farther along in there, there's no guarantee that we will have enough light.
That's why we come in at the day, to get as much as we can.
We will get your map, okay?
Thank you. And I walk away.
I just shake my head from annoyance.
At this point, you hear the guard call out to you. So, you coming down here or what? We gotta kind of get this thing closed up. It's kind of a hazard.
I'll be back in half an hour. I need to buy a map. Do you want this problem solved tonight or not?
I mean, it ain't been solved for the last couple of weeks, so...
So you don't care about your people dying?
Not my people. I don't have family down there.
You're a guard protecting these citizens. You should show more empathy.
People aren't dying from this water. Just minor inconvenience for them.
It's just a minor inconvenience to you, is it?
Would you rather that or the Dover gang killing people? Ask yourself that. And with that, he just shoves the cover back over and walks away.
What a piece of shit guard. That's the kind of people they take on, is it?
Raimi, shut
Listen,
it,
let's
please.
just go buy a map. Let's just go buy a map. Come on, let's go.
Fine, fine. We are getting a map. Yep.
Okay, if that's the case, if you're searching for a map of the sewers, then I want you to make another investigation check. Right.
I shall also help with these.
Alright, so are you assisting or are you just doing your own investigation?
I'll do my own.
Okay. It takes you the better part of about half an hour, but eventually some of the other guards, when inquiring about it, they point you up towards the top level, mentioning how it will be more the maintenance, like the engineers and such, that would hold such information. So overall, to get there to where the engineers are, I'd say it's about midday by the time you arrive at the building that is meant to house some of the engineers.
Okay, can we go inside?
Sure, the door's open. It appears to be a rather barren room, and you can see in the distance there are a few people sitting at benches talking. Various ones you can see have got like toolkits slung over their shoulders and such, and at the front, where the reception is, you can see a rather old Imperial, short, like very short grey hair. You can see he's got a long crooked nose with half-moon glasses over his eyes, just casually reading a book. And as you approach, he goes, yes, hello. How can I help you?
Hello there.
Listen, we need a map of the sewers. Can you give us one?
I was just about to say that. About to ask him for it nicely.
Is it for both of you, or do you separately want one?
Just one,
It's for
thank you.
both.
No, it's just for one. We only need one.
I was saying it was for both of us.
Okay,
One
just
map for
need
both of
one.
us. So, we just need one.
Right. Just okay. And what particular reason do you need this map?
We're
We
investigating
need
the
it to
sewers.
draw children's drawing on it. What do you think?
Okay. Can you please decide on who it is that's doing the talking? Please, I can only pay attention to one of you.
Oh my gosh, this stupid old man. Can you just give us the map, please?
She did not mean that. I'm sorry. She can just be a bit brash.
I can see that.
Can you give us the map? For fuck's sake. He's just staring at me.
Right, let's start again with you two not talking over. So you need a map of the sewers. Yes, what reason?
We are
Because-
investigating the sewers and the acid.
Yes.
Okay, right. Let me just quickly see. Stay here, please. And he just slowly gets up and just walks over to one of the more much younger, another Imperial. You can see he has a large tool belt slung over his shoulder. He has some very quiet words, occasionally pointing back to you, to the two of you, before the much younger Imperial comes up to you all. Right, so, Albert's told me that it's a map of the sewers for this acid problem. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right, okay. Keep in mind, due to the risk of it, we can't give you a complete map, but we can give one of the rough area where it might be. We've isolated that it's on the lower level, so we can give you one of the second level to the lower one. This is the best we're willing to do, as you can imagine, there might be some people that want it for more, less desirable methods.
Look at me. I'm an Imperial. I've got nothing to hide. We need the complete map.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Please.
If you are willing, I'm willing to loan you a full map. That's unfortunately the best I can do. We require these maps as well.
Very well. That's acceptable.
Very well. I must ask for 30 gold. That would be the cost for the parchment and the ink to make a new one. This is just as a safety in case you lose it.
Very well. 30 gold it is.
Alright. He takes the 30 gold and walks over to what appears to be a sort of locked casing. You see, he fishes out a key and opens it up. Looking around a little bit, he grabs a large parchment. It's about 1 or 2 feet long as he passes at you. This is the main maintenance map. Nothing spectacular about it, just shows you the various areas.
This will do. Thank you very much.
I expect it back once you've finished.
What's the punishment if we don't bring it back?
Theft, of course. The guards will be alerted, and we will have to get that map back by any means necessary.
Point taken.
So, let me... And he rolls out a smaller bit of the map. You can see this map only shows the second and first level. Just to save you some time, since this is what you're looking for, as you can see here, and he points to the maps, you can see, for the most part, I don't have a draw map here, so sorry. For the most part, you can see that the second, third, and fourth level are essentially just like a grid, a crisscross of stuff. It's only as it gets closer to the first, to the lower level, that it becomes a lot messier. So, if you go through any of the second level or third level, second level though, because that's what you want to go for, it's mostly just straight lines. We learned building the other levels that this is a lot simpler. The first level is a mix match. This was back when the dragons had first returned, so hasn't been upgraded and we haven't been able to. The big things I need to point out, and he points to, on his smaller map, various circled areas. We've seen concentrations of Daedric creatures known as kobolds, and a few goblins have been there for various amounts of time. We haven't been able to make an expedition there recently, but from what we've heard from a few of the lots that have gone down to maintain the area, there has been signs of combat between the two, so be wary of that. Other than that, there's your typical rats and such. Rather big ones have obviously made their home there. And he looks out at one of the windows. And at this time of day, you have to be aware of the quippers. They're sort of like sharp-teeth fish things. Essentially stay out of the water. I'm sure you don't want to really go and waste water anyway.
You've been a great help. Thank you very much.
Just, as I said, get that back to us when you're finished, otherwise we will have to inform the guard. We can't let any of our maps really fall to people like the Dover Gang and such. I'm sure you understand.
Very well. Hey, Dark, catch! And I throw in the parchment.
Do you try and catch it, Goxball?
Guess so.
Alright, so you just grab it and there you go. You have a rather large map of the sewer.
Can I just give him a weird look as if... Was that meant to be... Was that directed at me or something? Like, just to stick out my eyes? Because of the mention of the Dova Gang?
The Imperial never actually, like, shot a look at you when he mentioned the Dover Gang. He just specifically mentioned the Dover Gang.
Okay.
Okay, let's return back to the sewers.
Okay. So it only takes you about half an hour this time because you know exactly where to go, and you don't. It isn't the same entry point, but it is still a second one on the second layer. And the guard, he hauls it away, and just stands there waiting for you to make your journey down there.
Okay, let's go.
Yep.
All right. So, as you climb down, you hear the guard shout from up above. I'm going to be here for the next 3 hours. If you just smack the bomb side, I'll let you out, alright? We got to keep this thing closed.
Whatever.
And with that...
Thank you.
With that, the light shrinks considerably as the lid is put over the top of it.
Okay, Doc, do your magic.
Magic.
Look at the map.
That's not magic. Now, where exactly do you want to go in here?
We need to stay out the water and be on the lookout for fishmen and goblins.
So from the light you can see from the that's coming in from the top, it's very difficult to see, but going by where you came in, you can see that you are on the lowest part of the second level. So essentially there's another part of the second level further to, going by how Dawnstar is, obviously the lower levels are northward. To the south is more of the second level sewer, and to the north it leads to the bottom level.
Okay, Mr. Leader, what do we do now?
I believe we should go down the path that has the least amount of turns. Path of least resistance is usually the quickest.
Okay, I'll go after you.
Alright, so what's the marching order for, well, the 4 of you, because Gil's there?
Did he get stuck?
No, he made it through just fine.
Okay.
I think I'll be at the back.
I'll be right behind Gil.
Okay, and Galaxpol, where are you going to be between them all?
Guessing since I have the map, I'll be right behind him.
Okay, so that means that's you behind that.
So I would probably be the third one, I'd guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so by that means, it means it's going Gil, Drayan, Galaxpol, Raimi, is that right?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the map from where you're standing, you can see that the section of the sewers with the least turns leads towards the eastern side of the lower level, which is away from where the slums are.
Yeah.
You are currently...
Yes, we're...
Looking at the map, you are essentially on the eastern side of the city. Not all the way to the east, but the way you came through, you're now closer to the eastern side of the city.
Guess we're going to have to head a bit southwest.
Do you mean northwest or southwest?
Northwest.
Yeah, because just so that you're aware, Dawnstar has it so that the dockyard leads to the north coast of Skyrim. So if you head towards the lower level, you're heading northward.
Mhm.
All right. So, what pace are you lot making? Like, how quick are you moving along?
I think we should go stealth.
Yep, stealth.
Okay.
Stealth.
All right.
Well, they wouldn't be walking fast anyway, since they can't really see anything.
So everyone make a stealth check then. I'll do one for Gil.
And
I'm gonna roll for Gil's.
This is gonna be fun. That's my luck for the entire week so far.
Okay.
yay, not 20.
Alright, so surprisingly, Gil is able to keep his armor mostly quiet. You do hear the occasional rattle of the pauldrons and such, but for the most part, he's rather quiet. But Garxapol has her face right up close to the map, trying to read it, and occasionally, Garxapol, you end up hitting your foot on like a little bit of stone that's fallen out off the side and such. Not enough to hurt you, but enough to make a rather significant amount of noise. But you're able to, for the most part, keep it all quiet. So, because of the slow rate, you gradually make your way through. You do see the occasional rat, but it's only a small one, only like a small normal rat.
Not an ROUS.
Yeah, it's a small rat. It's small enough that you'd have as a pet. It's one you'd have as a pet, basically. So it's not very big. Eventually, as you get closer and closer to the lower level, you eventually come across one of the larger chambers. You can see with these chambers there is a large pit in the middle. Well, not so much of a pit, it's more of a drain. And you can see the water trails that you have been following all converge and just cascade downward into this lower area. And this is one of the bits which are indicated is a way to lead to the lower level. At this point, actually, couldn't think of it, because of the location, it is completely pitch black. Not even Garxapol's dark vision can work because there is no light to actually utilize the dark vision. So you, at this point, I would say you're completely blind.
Can I use my lamp a little bit?
So you create a very small area of light. Very, very faint, but it's enough that Garxapol can actually look a little bit. And you can see about 20 or 30 feet from you, Garxapol, you can actually see like the lip of the drain.
Can we hear anything? Like any strange noises?
Make a perception check.
Because it's dead silent and that doesn't sound right.
It's a bit difficult to hear over the roar of the water going into the drain. It's not like a slight trickle, it's like full-on like waterfall style almost. But you can hear, just in the lower level, you can hear like loud sort of squeaking noises.
Sounds like a giant rat.
Rodents of unusual sizes. Well, we were told they were here. First things first, we need to figure out how we're even getting down. Rami, you still have some rope, right?
Yeah, I've got 30 foot of Hampton rope.
Okay, we need to figure out how far of a fall this is. Is there a stick nearby?
Make a perception check with disadvantage. Because even though you got the lamp, you're essentially still groping about in the dark. Having a look around, you can see that most of this room is just stone. They don't see, and you do occasionally glance like the odd stick going through, but by the time you notice it, it's already fallen down into the drain.
Damn.
And just so you're aware, this drain is very large. It's about 40 feet by 40 feet and circular.
I'll just drop one of my arrows and then wait to see where it lands.
Alright. You fire one of your arrows and it disappears into the darkness.
Do we hear
No
it
sound.
crash?
Make a perception check with disadvantage because you're trying to hear over the water.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to make my own check.
Alright.
Wow.
After about half a second of Raimi firing it, you hear a loud scratching sound, followed by the clattering of the arrow. Making a rough guess, you think that this is maybe about 40 feet deep?
Looks like we might barely have enough rope.
I have plenty.
I've got rope as well, so we can...
Wait,
double
you have rope too?
I have 50 feet of rope, yes.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of rope then.
Okay.
Of course, we need to anchor it first. Is there a good enough rock crevice?
I'd say just
Or
for the sake of brevity, there are like little bits of rock here and there that you could make like a makeshift anchor from.
Who's going down?
I'll go first. Gil, you come afterwards.
All right, sure.
Or should you be? No, wait. After Fox will fall, just in case. Considering your armor.
Okay.
Even without rope, I can get down there, so that's never a problem.
Fair point.
All right, so you're heading down first, Rain?
Yep.
All right, so as you grab the rope and you sort of abseil yourself down slightly, after the first jump, your leg hits something hard. And as you steady yourself, you kind of like reach forward and your hand finds a piece of metal. You grab around it a bit and it's curved. And then you realize this is a ladder.
Wow. We're stupid.
Well then. Okay, guys. There's a ladder right here.
And
Wait. Is the ladder broken?
Can I turn up my lamp to check?
shining your lantern, there's a little bit of damage on some of them. Like you can see, there's one that's that the brick it's into slightly cracked, but upon testing it with your weight, it seems to hold just fine.
It's good. Turn the light down again.
Gosh, we are stupid.
You guys never did a perception check to see.
It's not like we can see exactly down here, is it?
I mean, you could have certainly tried.
No, I was saying that's Raimi.
All right. So eventually, you're able to pull the rope back up and get it back in your pack, and then you're all able to climb down. As you arrive at what appears to be the lower level, you can see the sewer walls massively degrade. You can see a lot of the walls have like moss and mildew. You can see what appears to be a line where water has regularly reached up to, which comes up to about your waist. But it's not at that point now. It is still in its normal water channels. The ground is caked with various, surprisingly various, like seashells and such. And the smell is the thing that hits you. It was already a rather bad smell, but at this point, it is terrible, and you actually struggle to not basically throw up from the sheer stench.
God.
I thought you Arganians are used to bad smells.
Maybe others. I was raised by dark elves.
Alright, so you're at the bottom of the drain. You're on the first level of the sewers. What do you do now?
Can we hear anything? See anything?
Can we recheck the map?
Sure, you don't need to check for the map and such, but for hearing stuff, Remy, go ahead and do another perception check. Looking at the map, you are now, judging by you've been mostly somewhat guessing where you are. You're closer to the west side, but you're still like teetering on the edge of the slum section of the city. So you know at the very least you're wherever it is that you're looking for. If you go further west, you'll find more of the slums, or the area where the slums are. And as for you, Remy, you can still hear the squeaking, but you can't pinpoint whereabout. Look on the map as well, you can see that it gets incredibly messy. A lot of curves, a lot of crisscrossing, a lot of branching paths. You can tell from looking at this map that these sewers are very old.
Do you guys want me to scout ahead? Just in case there's anything bad?
Go right ahead then. But be careful.
I'm always careful. To sneak away.
Alright, make a stealth check.
She says as she proceeds to make a pit. Or not. No pitfall traps.
Alright, so as you
I'm checking for traps as well.
make an investigation check at the same time. As you eventually sneak ahead, the light from Drayen's lantern just fades away slightly. You get about 40, 50 feet. And at that point, the only thing you can see is Drayen's lantern from the distance. It is now completely pitch black for you.
I'll pull out a torch from my dungeoneer pack.
Alright, so so now you have, essentially you're now been lit up a little bit, but you can still see, Drayen, you see from the distance a light show up, and you can see, holding the torches, Remy right near one of the branching areas. So, Remy, as the light comes up, you can see that there are two branching paths. One that curves very slightly to the left, and one that is heads sharply to the right at a 45-degree angle.
Can I beckon the others over?
Sure. So, beckon them over, and they eventually meet you at the cross point.
Okay, guys, left or right? We should stick together, I think.
Definitely. Let's. Arcipol, what saith the map?
Yeah, what does the map say?
Looking at the map, you can see that both of them roughly go to the same area. The right one that goes sharply also has another crossroad that turns towards the dock area, but it also has another 45-degree angle heading towards it. The two tunnels don't meet up, but they start heading in the same direction.
I guess we should go left.
Can I look at the textures does it seem man-made or natural?
Well, it's a sewer, so it is man-made, and you can see that a lot of the bricks have gone missing, and you can see just feeling around the back of it, minus the mildew and all that stuff, you can definitely tell that it is wall that has been mined many years past.
I don't like the look of right angles. That seems more of a trap to me.
Left it is, Senna.
Should we go left?
Yep. Those aren't right angles.
What about you, Goxapar?
Hmm.
Left or right?
Personally, it doesn't really matter.
Dogs.
We're literally walking in the dark here.
I've got my torch in my hand.
Yeah, what I meant is you have no idea where you're going. You're just walking around expecting to find something.
So, should we go left?
Sure. It's as good as any
Let's
other
go.
path.
Let's go.
Yep. Left.
Alright.
Yeah, we're going left.
Alright, are you walking at normal pace, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think we should go normal.
Normal pace?
Yeah, normal.
Okay then. So, you follow the pathway as it curves slightly to the left and begins to straighten out. And looking at the map, you can see it goes straight for a while before it sort of comes to a small web of tunnels and the like. I want everyone to make a perception check, but with disadvantage except for Garxapol, because you have dark vision.
That's gonna help me so much.
Oh, this is going to go great.
Welcome to my luck of the week.
Wait, perception, right?
Yeah, perception. Raimi,
Oh my god, giant rock!
It's incredibly difficult to see, but about 60 or so feet just from the light of your torch bouncing off the various, wall, you can see a couple of shapes moving.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
there's a couple of shapes moving. What do they look like? Big, small, thin, fat, fast, slow?
You can see two of them are rather big, and the other one you can just see it's almost like a ripple of water moving about.
Can I put my torch out and sneak ahead?
Sure. So you essentially just quickly douse your torch in, and you are unable to see anything. So you're going forward, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Make a self check.
I'm busy staring at a giant rock. Obviously, this rock must be worshipped as a deity by the goblins.
All right. So as you essentially sneak forward, almost on a crawl, you go about 10 feet. 20 feet, and then roughly around that point you start to hear like a slight squeaking noise and a low guttural sort of squeak. As you do this, however, as you look to your left, because essentially the way the sewer is laid out is that there's no actual pathway bridging it over the water, but you hear sort of a scuffling noise to your left, and looking over, just from the lantern, you can see a shape moving towards the others.
That noise, though, just that guttural, sort of muffled growl.
It's not it's more like a very low pitched squeaking noise, but it's coming from the throat.
I meant from the background music.
Oh, from the background music. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, that was That was perfectly timed.
Hey.
Can I just wait for like 5 minutes to check if anything happens?
Alright, so you sit there. 10 seconds pass. 30. 40. And then... What's your armor class, Drayan?
13.
As you are trying to get a beat on Raimi, you hear from your left a sudden loud splashing noise. And as you do, as you turn around, all you see is a mass of matted brown fur leap at you. You take...
Ah, fucking...
6 points of piercing damage as a rat jumps out of the channel and bites into your shoulder. At this
Yeah, fucking... Okay.
At this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Fuck.
So let me just make sure I got everything sorted.
Fucking rats!
Oh, I rolled a 22.
Wait, crap, Roll20's been... Roll20 likes to be weird with the maps.
I swear I better not have freaking rabies now.
Nah, just rock joints.
Yep, there we go. So that's the one. So let me just quickly put your tokens in. So, Raimi, you are here.
Joke's on you. I'm resistant to disease.
Are you referring to one thing or the actual game?
I'm referring to the game.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah.
So let's see. Where's my rat tokens? Where's my rat tokens? I have rat tokens.
Bring it, yeah, ratty.
So, Raimi, you still don't see. Which one? Ooh, which one do I want to go for? Ooh, which one do I want to go for? Ooh, I could go for so many. Ooh, I'm gonna go for this one. So that is where the once it loads. Come on, load already.
Damn it.
I totally don't put the tokens in because I have no clue where you guys are gonna stand. Will that work when I do that? There we go. Oh, that's a weird shape.
There it is.
It's a bit of a weird shape, but whatever. I'll fix it later.
It's a rat.
Yeah, so far that is the only rat that you can see. So let me go ahead and get the turn order up. Yeah, that's how it.
God damn, I keep forgetting that.
Yep, turn order. So...
that's not what I keep forgetting. The life is not directly on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's because I have to, keep adding it in.
Plus 24. And plus 12. There we go.
Let's watch me roll low.
Now that this is placed...
What did I say? I was going to roll low, and what did I do?
Yeah, you can't talk. I've been doing that all week.
But Draven, this is your critical role.
We are not critical role. We will never be as good as Matthew Mercer and the crew.
Now, where is that again?
Angry blobs of anguish.
What?
So that's what the rat got. The rat rolls really high on his initiative.
Of course it does.
God
Where's
damn
my
it.
initiative again?
Why is it a super rat?
Because it's a rat.
We shouldn't be
what?
having this much trouble with a rat.
Oh, there it is.
God damn these circus rats.
Oh, I actually rolled the wrong damage, but whatever. I've already said how much damage it took, so whatever. We'll go with that. It should have been 3d3 plus 3. Well,
D3.
Oh no, it should have been 1d. Wait, that's wrong. Wait, is that wrong? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, whatever. I've already rolled the damage. Okay, and that's Gil's roll.
How do you get a D3?
No, that's what I mean. My brain derped. Whatever. I've made the damage roll. It's done. So,
Well, D3 exists.
D3s do
It's not a real
exist,
dice.
just they're not very common.
Exactly.
Are they just like triangular prisms?
No, they're kind of like a circle, I believe.
No.
They're kind of like a pill, basically, with an indent for each number. Anyway, so
Yeah. You roll a d6 to do a d3 normally anyway. So.
yeah, essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, so Raimi, you're up.
I will hold my action until I see another rat come out.
Okay.
Hold your action until the bard gets bitten again.
Okay, so you're just gonna.
I swear I better not get rabies.
Kill his ass, right?
Okay.
We have a great team.
Look at this team.
destroy you.
Look at this team. We're gonna do great. No, we're not loose.
Fucking
We're not
rats!
loose here. Okay, so it is now the rat's turn, and Drain. At this point, you can see that the rat, it has like, it's kind of what you would expect. It's a big rat with like matted fur. You can see bits of feces and waste all on it, and the fact as well that it had been essentially it had slinked into the water and then jumped out at you. It's also got the smell of wet poop rats.
Yeah, you clearly caught something.
Okay, that is a 15 to hit.
Didn't
Ow.
know Arcanians could make that
Stop
noise.
hitting me! Fucking rat!
I mean, it's a very thin walkway, and you're the person that was in front with the light.
And I can't even reach him now.
Okay, you take 6 points of piercing damage as the giant rat goes and just leaps forward and sinks its teeth into your calf.
This rat is gonna TPK us.
Ow!
Okay,
This fucking sucks!
as this is going on, that is the rat's turn, because that's all it can do. Raimi, you start to hear behind you, because you've been looking towards Strain at this point with craziness. You start to hear a lot of small, like, shuffling sounds. And as you turn around, roughly 10 feet in front, you can see another giant rat. I'm going to use a different color for this one.
Oh god, it's the frickin' Royal Rat Guard. Or whatever they're called.
And I'll just put in what I rolled there. So, because you did wait, you do get an attack on it.
Watch me kill it in one shot. Do I get advantage because...
No, because it saw you. Still hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
How do I do damage again?
So it is... You should actually be able to just... 1 second. Let me just pull up your sheet, because it's been a while.
Fucking Royal Rat Vanguard.
So it's 1d6 plus your dex modifier. So just roll a d6 and add 4 to it. Yeah. You don't get sneak attack because you're the only one there and you don't have advantage. So it doesn't have that. So 1d6 plus 4. Okay, so it takes 7 points of damage. How do you want? No, it's not. It's unfortunate. So as you quickly see it, you just go Judge! And fire an arrow at it. Oh, that's why I got confused there with how I typed that out.
Piece of shit.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
It is a giant poop rat.
And the only one getting wrecked is the bard.
Metro, piece of shit.
Okay.
I will destroy all of you!
Okay, so you fire and it hits him hard in its like chest and it goes and it is now that rat's turn. You as it just rears up, it closes a different distance and leaps at you. That is a that is 1 sec. I'm getting confused on my own numbers here. There it is. That's why I gotta, let me just put that there so I don't get fucking confused.
Again.
Yes, again. There's a 13 to hit.
My AC's 15.
So it misses.
Bitch.
So it misses. So the rat just leaps on. You're able to just step back a little bit. the rat's just there like...
Get off me.
Alright. Garxapol, what's your dex modifier? Just to check.
Oh boy, I believe it's only 1. Yep,
Okay.
only 1.
So, if that's the case, then going by this... I should have a token for this one. One sec. I know I have a token for this one. So you hear like a bunch of little drop... like sort of like sounds like small drop sounds coming from the water. And with your dark vision, you can see... Oh, come on, I should have a freaking token for this.
Gonna poop them.
Am I just gonna have to use another one of those? I don't want to use another one of those. Oh wait.
Player's handbook.
I know I just saw one there. There it is. It's probably gonna have a white background, but I'm kind of just scrabbling here. It's got... Oh no, it doesn't have a white background. You see a multitude of tiny little rats come out from between Raimi and the giant rat that's currently clamping down on Drayan. So I'll just put in what that one got when I rolled its initiative, which was 14, which is why I asked, because its higher dex goes before.
Yep.
So it is now that one's turn.
Oh god.
But I will say for that, to make its move, that was its entire move, because it essentially was... That's not it. It was essentially all the way over here, and it had to use its movement to get through here. And its action.
Jeez.
So that's its turn. Alright, Gartapol, it is now your turn.
It really is the Royal Rat Vanguard.
Well, since I can't reach anything... Where's my spell again? There it is. I have plenty of feats. I have plenty of range for that, so... There's gonna be a moonbeam right on him.
Alright, is that just an attack roll?
I don't attack. It stays there for a minute. So 10 turns, and every time that the creature that is inside of it begins his turn, he's gonna take damage.
Okay.
And anyone who walks in it as well.
So it doesn't matter who does it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who walks in it.
Okay.
But I can move it anytime
I'm just
I
gonna
want during my
I'm
turn.
just gonna crappily do this. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, is it?
That's fine, because the thing is, I can move the moonbeam at my turn.
Wait, what's the
whenever
radius
I
of it?
want.
Is it just a 5-foot radius?
It's a 5-foot radius.
Okay,
And
alright.
it's 40 feet high, but let's be honest, the sewers is not 40 feet high.
So essentially, what almost seems like a spotlight from the gods illuminates this rat. I assume it's on its turn that it takes the damage, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So, and is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, it's Gil's turn.
Why is there a holy line on a rat?
Gil's just there, like he has his sword drawn. He's like,
God damn it.
all right. Drain, it is now your turn. The rat, finally, you're able to shake the rat off, and it's just there like...
Guys, can I stab at ye?
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay, 2d10s.
Okay.
That was my only freaking long range spell.
10 misses.
Aw.
As you stab forward, just temporarily going into the moonlight after spending all this time in the dark, you're temporarily distorted as the rapier just screeches by on the floor as you pull back a bit and just get your vision back.
Fucking rats!
Alright, is that your turn?
Can I give... Can I give an inspiration? No, wait. Yeah, that is my turn.
Yeah, it's still your turn. You've got your bonus action and your movement still. So,
I can't really move.
I mean, you can go into the channel. Going through the channel will put you essentially in rough terrain, though.
Yeah, so half move.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna just be like, fucking rats.
Oh, you don't want to smell like poop? Oh, wait.
Alright, so with that then, it is back to Raimi's turn.
I will stab the rat.
So you're dropping your bow and pulling out your dagger, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Wanna stab a rat?
Stab a
How
rat.
about you?
That hits, go ahead and roll damage.
Yep.
So
Stab that
D6 plus 4.
D4 plus your dex for this one. A dagger's only a D4.
Yeah.
It's the downside of a dagger.
Well,
Even higher.
Oh, hey.
hey.
Max damage.
Okay.
Indeed.
So as you step back from the rat that attacked you, you lunge forward again and stick the dagger deep into its back before pulling out. The rat's just like,
Bastard.
it's.
What is it, a freaking cat rat?
I can't do.
Yes, it
I
is.
can't imitate a rat, so I'm going with a cat. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if they're a wrong animal. All right.
It's just hilarious.
So is there anything else that you want to do, or is that your turn?
Can she insult the rat?
I mean, it won't do anything, but she can.
Insult the rat.
Yeah, that would be it. That's it. Actually, wait, can I pick my bow back up instead? Equip my bow again.
I'll say that you can do it as a bonus action.
Yeah.
That you can sheath your dagger and pick up your bow once again.
Yeah.
And as you pick it up, you do feel like the slime on the side which it had landed on the bow now. Doesn't affect it anyway, it's just ew. Alright, so is that your turn?
I'm about to get bitten by a rat again.
Yeah,
It is
we'll
now
see.
the rat's turn, so he takes how much damage?
Constitution check first.
Alright. That's cocked. That is a natural 19.
Alright, so he's gonna take half damage. It's 2d10s. Oh boy, that was a little... Yeah, my luck.
One
is extremely bad
damage.
this week. Holy shit.
So Drain, you watch as smoke starts to sort of emanate from the rat, and he goes and just skids it back a little bit before it seems to just cautiously look about. So I'll just put that point in there. Okay. So the rat is going to go ahead and bite you again.
These are competent fools.
Fucking rats!
That is an 8 to hit.
Nah.
Yeah, it misses this time.
All right, so it's after that, it's going to just look up at the moonlight and just slink away backwards. So you do get an attack of opportunity on it as it slinks just out of the moonlight.
It multiplied!
I shall
Wait, what?
stab
That's
at
weird.
you.
Run, baby.
That's weird. I don't know why I
I
did
stab
that.
at you,
You
rat.
just shut out another rat.
I stab at you.
Wait, is it still like an attack roll?
Yeah,
You
it's
do
still an
just
attack roll.
attack it, yes.
Attack of opportunity, you're using your reaction.
So
Okay.
stab it in the face.
That hits, go ahead and
Stab
roll
at you.
damage.
Okay.
I like the rat's reaction of, that burned a little. At least it's not an undead, because that would have hurt more.
Yeah, no, it's just a regular old poop rat.
Stupid
I stab its ear.
All right. As the rat backs up, you lunge forward and sick the rapier. It just scrapes like the front of its snout, but it is enough to make it like recoil back for a second.
Squeak.
Okay, it's
Squeak,
its turn.
motherfucker.
It is now the rat that Raimi's fighting's turn, and it's gonna bite the thing that just stabbed it.
Of course it
I thought
will.
I killed it. I
No,
thought I killed the rat.
nope. It's hurting,
Nope.
but it's still alive. That is fucking. That's a 7.
That doesn't hit anything.
Now I'm getting the bad luck.
You think you've got bad luck?
I'm getting it from you, all right? I got
Yay!
it from rolling with you.
Take it all, please. I don't want it anymore.
Okay,
Take it from me. Take my spicy bad rolls.
okay, so that is that rat's turn. It just tries to bite for you again. You're just able to step back a little bit as it gets back in. So the swarm of rats
It's a swarm.
is going to...
Bite the bard, bite the bard, bite the
How
bard.
far is that? I'm just seeing how far it all is.
Bite the bard.
Why does everyone bite the bard?
Okay.
Because you're right in front and you're an Argonian.
So
Bite the bard.
the rat moves itself in. You just watch as the swarm just all one by one in quick succession just go into the water where you can't see them.
You mother thumpers.
And there's the end of its turn.
Hmm.
Gogsport, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna move the moonbeam right next to the bard here.
Righty. God, I wish Roll20 had something to actually use for this stuff. You know, I'm just gonna put. I'm just gonna.
You should be able to select your circle and move it.
Yeah, I'll just put a
Or
square
you
there
could
instead.
or you could just make like a random token for it and just put it like at the backdrop, so any other tokens would just be over it.
Yeah, I'll see if that happens. Is there anything that you want to do while I'm just searching for this stuff?
I have nothing. That's literally my action to move the moonbeam.
All right.
Because I saw a swarm of rat go in the water. You pieces of shrux.
You know, this looks pretty good. Does it have the white background? No, it doesn't. Okay, I'll use that for now.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, let me just.
Yeah, that works.
Yes.
Really good.
Yeah, so it's just.
It's a ring. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, one sec. Let me just do this so it actually
Bard
registers.
in the square.
Yeah, so it's actually on the squares.
There you
Let me
go.
just double check on that one. Yeah, that's fine.
We're actually on the squares.
Da-da-da.
Okay, can't do anything about the greens. Actually, one sec. I can actually do something about that. Clear drawings, boom. There we go. Okay, so that's your turn.
Yep.
Gil is once again just gonna and that's gonna be his turn.
The bard. I'm protecting the bard.
Drayan, it's your turn.
This is supposed to be the paladin's job.
It's Paladin's job to tank.
Yeah, and it's the bard that's
Okay, I'm going to
tanking.
select. I'm gonna select this.
Hmm?
Okay, let me try to refigure where I'm trying to select. Yeah, right here,
Yep.
where the arrow is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get out my load and cast Shatter.
Okay. Remind me of that spell again.
Okay, so Shatter plays an ear-splitting noise that causes a powerful burst, and everything needs to make a Constitution saving throw within it, or they take 3d8 thunder damage, or half of that on a success.
Okay.
That's about right.
There's a natural 18 for the rat.
These
So-
fucking rats and their constitution checks.
So it's going to be taking half of this.
So 6.
6 damage, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so hear a loud noise emanate. It's too far away for you to actually see because of how dark it is. But you watch as the rat that has been biting you just jerk forward a little bit before just looking around behind it. And that's going to be your turn, I assume?
As a stone loads, just randomly, because inanimate objects have disadvantage against that.
I mean, there's no inanimate objects really that can be affected from it. Like, you do see the walls crack from it, but beyond that, nothing else happens there.
Yep.
How to create a cave-in with a bard.
All right, it's now Raimi's turn. She just says she wants to attack the rat, so
So stab the rat.
that's a 3, so that misses.
She
Okay,
cannot
or stab the stone.
So she tries to stab the rat, and it just sinks partway through a small, like, crack in the sewer floor, and she just pulls it out and tries to get ready. So it is now.
Damn it, bike.
It is now the bike's turn. It is now the rat's turn. It notices that the moonbeam
big rat.
has now shifted over to the side. It's going to go forward and bite the bard.
Bite the bard.
Fucking rats!
Okay, that is... That's a natural 20.
Ow, that's a
God
crit.
damn it.
So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
This is not gonna be good.
And you also
I
take
guess I'm
10
healing
points
you
of
next
piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going
you-
to need a heal.
Are you down?
I'm gonna be healing you.
Are you...
No, not yet.
Alright.
He's just in
But
pain.
At very low health.
Yep, he's in pain.
Okay, so as you watch as from the shadows, the rat jumps forward and bites down deep into your collarbone, and as it rips around, you feel something tear slightly. As you're able to shove the rat off, you start to feel a little woozy. But you're able to shake it off, but you can still feel that wooziness there. You're not steady on your feet.
Oh god.
You don't have any adverse effects right now, but just so that you're aware.
Well,
It is now the rat that's fighting
Probably gonna
Raimi.
need a heal.
It's now the rat that's fighting Raimi. So... that is a natural 18. So that's going to hit her. So
I told you to take my bad roll, not take him away.
that is 7 points of piercing damage to Raimi. So I'll just quickly add that on there.
These rats really are going TPK us.
Potentially.
This is 3d6. There you go.
I'll just say it here.
You go through an epic battle with a frickin' dark paladin of sorts.
Actually, it was a cleric. Okay. So the rat, rat finally leaps forward, is able to sort of trick out Raimi's dodging before leaping and clamping down on her thigh, and then pulling away quickly. So it is now the swarm of rats' turns. I need to change my layer here because I actually put it onto the GM layer. So
I'm probably about to be downed.
Nah. If they walk into Moonbeam, they're gonna take damage anyway.
well, there's no check, so they haven't gone into the beam.
Exactly. So they're going for me. A smart move.
So, Garxpol, as you're focusing on keeping the beam where it is, you hear a loud splash behind you, and turning around, you see a multitude of rats clawing and biting down on Gil.
The tank can keep it.
He
The
takes...
fucking tank.
Wait, it got past his, like, frickin' 16,
Armor.
18 armor?
Yeah, I rolled a natural
Oh,
18.
jeez.
I rolled a
How
natural
many
18,
18s do you think he's got so far?
and he's got a +2 to hit, so that would be a 20 in total.
Damn. That rat just...
So I'll just open Gil's page up here.
Get swarmed.
So he takes 5 points of damage. That is 18.
Yeah, he can take that.
Oh, that's decent. My problem right now is I can't transform because I'm too big.
I mean, if you don't mind taking a swim, you can.
The thing is, I would have to go into water because I don't stand on the site at all.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you don't mind going for a bit of a swim.
Yeah, fuck that.
So let me go back to the...
Hey,
So there we go.
Hey.
Move that back.
Mr. Gill, I don't feel so good.
That means sucks anyway.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's gotten old already. Okay, that is
Yep.
the Swarm of Rats' turn. It is now your turn, Garxpol.
Good. 1d8 plus. How much do I have again? Yeah, it's only 2. Forgot I even low level.
Dang it. I just
And
realized I
as
could've
usual.
used cutting words.
So what did you
Yeah.
what did you do to their Garxpol?
I was healing.
Drayan.
Yeah, but as usual, my rolls are shit.
Okay, so you heal 4 points of damage, Drayan.
I can take one bite.
Yay!
You say that
I got
now.
another cure,
Don't tempt fate.
and then it critted.
Yeah, that could happen. You never know.
Indeed.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is now Gil's turn. Gil, finally having a target, is going to attack the rats.
Yay!
That,
You can do something.
yeah, he can actually do something. What's the attack roll for this thing? +5. Yeah, that'll hit. That's a...
At least it's not Pathfinder Rat Swarm, because that would be annoying.
Yeah, this is still going to probably be annoying.
Yeah, what I mean in Pathfinder, you can only hit them with AoEs.
Really?
You can't swing at a swarm of rat. You're just killing one rat at a time.
Well, these rats take 4 points of damage as Gil's able to slam down at the swarm of rats, but he's only able to cut a couple of them.
So we're basically saying that the hit points are the amount of rats in the swarm.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but
Because one rat has 1 HP.
yeah. Okay, so that is Gil's turn. So, Garxpol, at this point, like, because you've been healing Drain, you can just feel, like, Gil just back up slightly, so you're essentially the two of you are back to back, even though you've got Drain in front of you. Speaking of Drain, it's your turn.
Get bit, you bard.
It's time for me to use the other second level spell I have been saving up.
Alright. What's the spell?
I'm going to need this rat to make, I believe, a wisdom saving throw.
And if he doesn't, just so I can check something here.
I'm casting Phantasmal Force on it to make it believe that the square it's on is now lava.
Well then.
That is a 7.
Yeah, it fails.
No.
So,
So
what,
he sees lava.
what status effect does it have on it, or is it just it sees?
It actually believes it's lava and will... Its belief is so strong that when it starts its turn, it's going to take damage.
Oh, okay. Alright, so it's not a status effect. Okay.
Yep.
Let me see how much
What?
this does.
Okay, well, while you do that, I assume that's the rest of your turn, yeah?
Hmm.
Alright, Raimi, it's now your turn.
Stab as the rat.
Can I attack the rat?
Yep. Go ahead and make an attack then. That'll just about hit. Oh wait, with the bow?
That's the bow?
If you're attacking with the bow, it's with disadvantage.
And you gotta pick it up anyway.
Well, she already picked it up.
Okay, she did.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because at this point, it's right next to you. So, right, yeah, that
Yeah.
misses. So you just quickly pull your bow and you try and, like, catch the rat, but it's dashed about too much to the point where the arrow just jumps up, hits the floor and just goes flying off into the darkness.
That arrow snapped.
I'm already at half HP, so
I'm aware I counted it.
can I jump across, or is that?
I'll say you can, but you will be hit with an attack of opportunity by the rat.
Yep.
Can I use a
You can use your bonus action to disengage as a rogue, which means that you can move
yeah,
away.
that's what I want.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would say you won't. I would. Okay, so you won't be able to jump across the channel, but you would be able to wade across it, but it'd be rough terrain for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So which direction do you want to
It's
go?
not poisonous, is it? Is the water poisonous?
Sewer water, for all you know. You're not sure.
I'll just move. Can I just move back this way?
That's a disengage, yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you can get 25 feet. That puts you right behind the rat.
Oh dear.
Okay, so it is now the rat's turn.
Yeah, it will take what. It's not going to be taking the actual damage for the lava, which would have been 20d10 apparently.
Yeah.
It will instead take 1d6 psychic damage.
All right, go ahead and roll
Yeah.
damage.
Because actual lava is ridiculously powerful.
Yep.
Unless you're fire resistant.
5 points of damage. All right.
So the rat believes it's melting.
So you watch the rat just like start just jumping and skipping about like in a sheer panic before it dives into the water. So Raimi and Drain, you both get an attack of opportunity on it as it leaps into the water.
Yep.
Although Raimi, if you're still using the bow, it's with disadvantage.
Yep. So just roll another d20.
Yeah, there we go.
It misses anyway.
So as the rat moves with an amazing amount of agility and just essentially like, you know, synchronized swimmers side dives into the water to the
As
point,
a rat?
Yeah, and it catches you off guard to the point where both of your attacks miss with Raimi's arrow just not drawing blood but scraping past your thigh as it just bounced off the floor.
Oh, also the rat gets to make another wisdom save to see if it still believes.
Well, isn't it just on the
It's
square he's
lava.
standing on?
Yeah, but every turn you can see if it's actually lava or not. If you manage to just notice it's nice, gonna be
That's a
like, well
14.
then.
Yeah, I think it just realized that.
It's
It was
not
not-
lava.
Yeah, right after it took damage.
Yeah, so you see
It
it.
dived in, we're like, wait.
Yeah, so you can see with the area that's illuminated by the moonbeam, you can sort of see the rat. You just see it start to swim really quickly before it just pauses for a second, and then starts swimming, and then starts swimming again.
It went like, motherfucker!
Okay, it is now. I'll just throw this to the D. I'll just leave it there. You don't know where it is. That's the last you ever saw. That's the last place you saw it. But just keep in mind that that's not where it is anymore. Actually, I'll throw it over here, so you guys will never know. All right, now it's this rat.
Oh god, the rat went off to find its people.
So, oof,
It comes back with 50 of them.
there we go. 30 feet, and I believe, yeah, that's the speed of a giant rat. All right. Never thought I'd say that. So the rat uses its full movement, is able to get right up to Raimi, just charging forward at the young Imperial girl who had decided to stab and shoot it many times. It's going to make an attack on you.
At least she wasn't poking a bear.
That's an 8. That doesn't hit.
Yeah, no.
No.
As the rat's like charging forward, you see it just slip slightly, and as it tries to adjust itself and bite you, it just essentially misses. It tries to readjust itself at the same time.
I almost feel sorry for it.
Okay, and that is its turn. The rat swarm is going to try and swarm Gil again. That's not going to hit. So,
I'm happy I have a wall behind me.
So Gil watches as the rats kind of like just converge together and then start charging forward, but Gil's just able to like start scraping his shield on the ground, sending sparks flying, which is enough to dissuade them. All right, Gogspol, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna do my last flippin' heal. And roll 20 still hates me. Excellent.
So that's Sue Drayan, I assume?
Yep.
Okay,
There.
so
That was my last heal, and this fucking week is so bad.
that's enough for that you heal Drayan?
Wow.
Yeah, I is now up to 11 health.
All right, so Gil, with his back to you, Gogspol, he's going to make another attack on the rats. That will hit. So that is a d6 plus that. takes that much, and then because of that. So, looking over your shoulder, you can see that Gil is essentially using the flat of his blade and just trying to hammer down on as many rats as possible. It's definitely killing a couple, but it's really slow going for him.
Obviously.
Yeah, because swarm of rats got resistances to stuff.
Yes, they do.
Yep. Drain, it's now your turn.
Freaking rats. I'll back him up, sir.
Make the swarm do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's a 2.
Yeah, okay. I'm using dissonant whispers on them.
Sweet.
And for this, I'm literally just going to rattle my tongue around.
Okay, so how much damage do they take, and whatchamacalls it? So they take how much damage?
They will be taking all of this. Because dissonant whispers...
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah, try and make it sound cool, why don't you?
All of this.
All of this. 2 1s and a 4.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, it could have been an 18.
And doesn't Whispers also give a certain sound effect?
Oh, yeah. If they fail the save, they have to use their next move to go as far away as they can.
Does that classify him as frightened?
I guess so.
Yeah, they
pretty
just
much.
want to get the flip away from him.
Because
Yep.
swarm of rats are immune to frightened.
Well, they're not afraid then.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 sec, let me just... Easiest way to go through this. I get to use the book again.
Yay.
I always love it when I use the book. It's that booky smell. Doesn't say that they're frightened, so I'll go ahead and say that, yeah, they'll have to do that.
Oh, wait. I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Yeah?
Huh?
It's a... Yeah. It must immediately use its reaction to move as far as the speed allows away from you.
Okay. So
it's booking it.
that's the case, it's booking it. So let me just check here, so that means it can go 30 feet. Yeah, I'll just...
So I just hissed at rats.
Yeah, I'll just place it there for now, but just know that's 20 feet off. And that means Gil gets an attack of opportunity on it. That's just barely hits, so he deals... It's another 4 points of damage to it, I think. No, 3 points.
So that's 10 dead.
3 points of damage, even.
So that's 9 dead rats. Or 9 more dead rats.
Yeah, so you just see as the rat starts to run away, Gil just like takes a step forward and just boots a couple away. You see them, you see their lifeless bodies just go flying in the distance before you just hear as they land in the channel.
Sploosh. Frickin' rats.
Get fucked, rats!
Okay,
The worst is I can create those as well later.
so Raimi, it's now your turn.
Please make bears instead of rats.
I prefer my bears.
I'll
Yeah.
stab them with my knife.
Alright. So go ahead
my
and roll a d20
Yeah,
plus your dex, because you're using
yeah.
your dagger.
Stabby.
Yeah, that hits.
Fine,
Go
no.
ahead and roll damage. 1d4 plus your dex.
How badly does this rat get stabbed?
Again. There you
Pretty
go.
bad. Pretty badly stabbed. Okay,
Gotta buy a dagger for large.
so as you leap forward, you basically trick out the rat by doing essentially an uppercut with the dagger, and you watch it digs deep into the neck of the rat. It's starting to look pretty rough at this point. So it is now the
It's now the swimming poop
other
rat's turn.
rats. So you keep an eye on the water. You see a sudden flicker of movement near the moonlight.
No. Moonbeam.
Is a natural 19. Yeah, that's gonna hit. What's your armor class, Goxapol?
12.
That'll definitely hit then. That was a natural 19.
I have no armor.
You,
I'm a
you just
druid.
glance out your corner of your eye, a slight blur of movement as the giant rat leaps up and bites into you. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
That's fine.
Alright, and don't you have to make a concentration check for your moonbeam?
Yep, my question is, what's the concentration check again?
It's your constitution
I think you
modifier.
have to make it.
Concentration
I think-
modifier.
Yeah,
Oh.
concentration
Yeah,
check is
that-
done through constitution.
Well,
Yeah, I think
that's
you have to
gonna
make
be
it to be a 10 or above.
Yeah,
But
something like that.
it's essentially
That's gonna end poorly,
Yeah.
just because of my rolls.
yeah, it's essentially either half the damage plus yeah. Like you're just able to like pull the rat off, and you're able to just keep control of the moonbeam as it continues to stay there.
Am I gonna kick him in the face
That ends,
with a moonbeam?
That ends its turn, and now it's the one that's going for Amy, which is very mad
Oh,
about
rats.
this one Imperial that will just not go down. That is
that will not stop poking it.
yeah, basically. That's a 13 to hit. I think that misses because in your armor class.
Misses?
Yeah.
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 Because
Alright.
dicks.
He has 15.
So this rat now, the floor like slowly starting to pool with its own blood. It starts to like slip about a bit as it tries to bite up and get you.
I saw movement at that door.
I know you did. I don't care. Okay, so it is now the swarm of rats' turn.
The rats are in his house.
So the swarm of rats is going to just move back towards Gil and is going to leap upon him. Which it doesn't hit.
Again. Excellent.
Like, they all leap up at the same time, and Gil just, like, bashes away at them with the shield, and the others that actually latch on him just jump off immediately from it. Alright, Gogspot, it's now your turn.
Moonbeam on the
God,
shit lord.
Oh my god, they freaking do acrobatic flip.
There you go.
Alright, and that's your action.
Yep.
Okay. Gil, I mean, he can't do much. He's kind of hemmed in at the moment.
Indeed.
Stab at thee.
Stab
That
at me.
is, yeah, that'll hit. Not so much for Gil, because obviously he's not here. He really... Okay, alright. The rats take 1 point of damage after resistance. As you just watch,
One dead rat.
as you just watch again, just hear like, you just hear the sound of the metal like vibrating. Hello. Okay. We'll just continue on like nothing like that happened. Nothing's happening. Alright, it's your turn. It's your turn, Drain.
Can I stab at the rat in the moon?
Yep, sure.
Yes. Just don't step in the moonbeam.
I'm not stepping in the moonbeam. I am putting my blade in the moonbeam, though.
My eyes!
Yeah, that's not gonna
Yeah,
hit.
no.
Nope.
Ah,
made it.
my eyes!
Made a nice little splash next to the rat.
Yep, all that happens is you make a nice little splash like when you were kids.
Splash, splash, splash.
Fucking rat!
You are really having the worst luck with them, aren't you? Alright, Remy, your turn.
That rat in particular.
And stab again.
Ironically, I'm the one who usually has rats missing me. Doing freaking acrobatic
Yeah, that'll hit.
flips.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Stab it. It's probably gonna die at that one.
Does she finally kill the rat?
6 again.
Let me just check on its health. So that. Now, it is barely standing, but as you slash into the other side of its neck, but you can see it is very, just incredibly... It's struggling to stay standing, basically.
Yeah.
Alright. It is now the rat in the moonbeam's turn. So how much damage does he take?
Constitution check first.
That is a 8.
Not enough.
Not enough. Okay.
So he's taking full damage.
7 points of damage. Alright. So you watch as the water around the rat just starts to bubble up with a sort of... essentially with a... What kind of magic is it? Arcane?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, it's arcane.
Okay, so you watch as a sort of arcane magic smell, whatever that smells like. Kind of like electricity, essentially.
Probably smells better than poop, right?
Yeah, it's a nice change, but you also
Pretty sure the moon. I'm pretty sure the rat is pretty clean at this point.
well, don't forget what it's swimming around in.
Yeah, well, I mean, it literally just burns everything. The moonbeam does
Right.
radiant damage, if I recall. Yeah, radiant damage.
Radiant.
Yeah, it's ready.
Okay. So, as the rat just slowly starts to burn, you see it dive inside. I've just been completely knocked off guard by that. You watch as the rat dives in, and you can still see from the moonbeam, but you see it just slowly adjust itself and start biting Drayan.
Goddamn rat!
Hey, it's trying to stay away from whatever's causing it to. That's a natural 18. That's gonna hit.
Ow!
I'm gonna die by rats.
Yeah,
So you take full damage there. 7 points of piercing damage
hey, good thing I healed him.
as it just very quickly, just almost comedically pokes its head out from the channel and just clamps down hard on your foot.
Fucking rat!
Okay, that is that rat's
I
turn.
guess comedically just be kicking at its face.
Well, it essentially just went like.
God damn it!
Okay, it's now the other rat that is going to go for Raimi. That is a 19 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
Wow,
The
looks
rats
like
are-
I'm gonna die.
You take. Really? You take 7 points of piercing damage.
I'm dead. I said
Well,
I'm not down.
you're unconscious, yeah.
Knocked out, yeah.
So as you're watching the comedic spectacle happening behind you, the other rat just leaps up and clamps down hard on your shoulder, and you just go as you spin around and land hard on your back. You are now unconscious. It's now the swarm of rats' turn. This is going a lot. This is not going as I expected. Just going to let you guys know this. I was not expecting it to go this bad.
Well, they're rats.
Well, to be fair, this would be exactly par for the course, because Murdoch.
Yeah. But you'd be
Yep.
surprised how much low creatures tend to kick more ass than the big guy.
Apparently. Okay, that
I almost got
is-
killed by a goblin and I was level 10.
Okay, that is a 19 to hit, but Gil's got his shield, so that brings his armor class up to a staggering 21. So the rats start swarming on Gil again. They start to get a hole and start doing some light scratches, but Gil's able to just shake them off very quickly. Gog's
Luckily, I
turn.
had my shield.
It's now your turn.
Moonbeam. It will keep dancing, this little ratty.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
And that's-
is that really my action? I gotta remember that.
let me check the book.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm on the book, that's why, but I just need to remember. On each turn you cast a spell, you can use your action to move it, yeah. It has to be an action. No.
Okay. How long does it last for? 1 minute.
Yeah, so it's 10 turns.
Yeah.
I'm already at, I have 6 turns left. I'm keeping count.
Okay. Good to know. Alright. Gil just, at this point, he hears, Raimi yell out as she goes down, just goes, ah, fuck. He's going to make an attack roll on the rats, and that misses. He just slams down again, and you just see the rats just disperse, and before coming back together, he's like, fuck this. He is going to use his movement into the water.
Belly flop.
Sploosh!
Well, at this point, you see as he lands in, it's only about waist deep for him. The rats do get an attack of opportunity on him, but unless they get a natural 20, they ain't gonna hit shit. They need to get a 19 or higher to hit Gil. But they're not.
My wall just ran.
But they're not smart rats, so
They're gonna keep trying.
yeah. Gosh darn it! The bigger rats, clearly the bigger rats have some bigger form of intelligence, or at least simple one. Whatever
Yeah,
they
no shit.
attack the thing, but don't get attacked by but these things burn. So Alright, Drain, it's your turn.
I'm going to have to use a cure wounds on myself.
Aha!
Okay.
That would be helpful, actually.
Yeah, I've been... Yeah, let me see how much my mod is on my spell damage. So that also goes into my magic. Okay, so... Yeah, I believe it's a +3 or +4 right now. So...
Depends on your casting.
My casting is all based on charisma.
So it's your charisma
Charisma
modifier.
modifier.
Yeah, so my charisma is...
Alright.
Yep, it's a +3.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the dice +3. 5. Okay, so you heal 5
So
points.
at the very least, it wasn't going to be worse than the arc heals.
Okay. So, that was your action? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so you still got your movement and bonus action if there's anything you want to do there.
Can I wave a lighter? Can I wave the light around by the rat?
Alright, so you try and, like, wave it in a warding action towards it. Doesn't seem to have any effect.
Yep.
It might be to do with the fact that there's a giant, great big moonbeam right above it.
Well, that works.
Yeah. Alright, Raimi, make a death saving throw.
You.
That's one fail.
We have to get her up.
Well, goodbye.
Well, don't forget, you still got 2 more chances.
And I have a potion on my belt if needed.
Okay, so it's that rat's turn.
And constitution check.
Yep, that is an 11.
That's not enough. So, my rolls are really shit.
Okay. You watch as the rat, as it starts to go in, just like start to smoke more and more. The water around starts bubbling before you see the moonbeam intensify into a bright light, and all you just hear is a and as the moonbeam light lessens, there's nothing there.
Did you just vaporize a rat?
Maybe.
Why did you do that before?
Eh.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, the second rat, now seeing its brethren has fallen, is going to attempt to flee. So it's going to use its action as a dash. So it's 5 feet off the map right now. Okay.
Flee, thine little shite.
And now it's a swarm of rats, and you watch as you watch as they just also turn tail and run.
Motherfuckers! How far did they run?
They run 60 feet as well, so they are. Let's see, they're there. So they are
Alright, sorry.
50 feet away from you. So now your turn, Garxpol.
Oh, Can I squeeze myself next to the bard or not? Because I'm not stepping in the water.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be at half movement, but you'll still be able to squeeze on through.
Perfect. Now, where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Items, blah, 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 blah. Because I only have one anyway. So 1d6 plus 5. Taking out the potion. That was keeping for me.
Keeping for you, but
Just shove it in her face.
But Raimi pissed off the rats, and rats aren't that clever.
No,
Rats are
dude.
OP.
They just go for the frats. Okay, so Raimi, as light comes through, you can see, even with your discarded torch, you can see Garxpol just standing over, just having you propped up, just pulling the ball away from your mouth.
Oh, where's that rat gone? Where's that rat gone?
It ran.
Damn.
Well, she did just vaporize the rat that was fucking biting me.
Hey, you're alive.
Yes. Yes, I am. Somehow.
Alright, for the sake of narrative at this point, we'll say that the rats at this point... It'd be difficult to hit them at this range anyway, because it's in the dark and such.
Yeah.
So at this point, Gil's just like been wading through and he's like... God damn. And he just starts wading back to the wall area. And as he climbs up, you can see the lower part has a really bad smell to it now.
I could
We're
clean it.
throwing
That
you
would
into
hurt.
the ocean to wash that later.
Yep, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Yep. Can I play a song of healing for us as we...
Well, that would require you guys to make a rest. Take a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll say take a short rest. You can use, I think it's one of your hit dies?
Well, you can. I believe
No,
you can use as
just heal a 1d6.
Oh yeah, you
for
can.
everyone.
Well, no, 1d6, but I
Oh.
mean, like, you can also use a hit die to heal somewhat, can't you?
I don't
Yep.
think I can at this level yet.
No. It's like a thing that you can.
No, it means naturally on a short rest you
Naturally.
can use your hit dice
Oh, yeah.
to heal, but once you do a long rest, those dices won't count anymore.
Yeah.
So you won't fully heal.
Yeah.
Let me just see here. I should have it.
Ah, my arm.
Fortune, research, resting. There we go. 186. 6-4. I never thought these books would be this big. Honestly, like I know it's
Oh, they are.
I know it's Dungeons and Dragons and such. Can't wait till I actually get the actual book for whatchamacalls Mordecaiden's food and water. Environment that's falling, suffocating of activities, travel place, role playing. Here we go, short rest. A character can spend one or more hit die at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which equals to the character's level. For each hit die spent this way, the player rolls the dice and adds a Constitution modifier to and you gain hit points equal to that amount.
Yep.
So if you wish, you can regain. You can use some of your hit die to heal.
Okay.
Which is basically your level in dices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ones that you have to roll for your health.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus your cons modifier.
Yeah, plus your Constitution modifier. Okay, so as you're all resting, Gil speaks up and says, "So, anyone need some healing?"
I'll play the magical songs.
Okay, so how much health do
By
you
that, I
have, Raimi?
8 out of 14.
8 out of 14. Okay, so Gil places a hand on your shoulder and uses 5 points of his lay on hands, so you heal 5 hit points.
Oh jeez, my
What's your health
my
at?
rest heal.
Hmm?
Alright, is that also the heal, the Song of Rest?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone heals 9 hit points.
Oh boy, that's an overheal.
Yeah, there's a bit of an overheal. But Gil didn't know.
Eh, I'm
I
fine.
mean, Gil was trying to help.
Yeah.
Well, I think that means that you're all basically back to full minus Drain. Like, what's your health at Drain?
Yeah. Let me check. Blah blah blah. It's my health is 18 out of 25.
You have slightly more health than I do.
Slightly more health. Okay, and I've just
Well, max
smudged
health, I
up
mean.
that now. There we go. Alright, so then Gil just puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's going to use essentially the last of his lay on hands to fully heal you.
Everybody's top notch.
Alright, everyone's topped up. So all that's happened is hurt pride and quite a few spells burnt. So,
Nah, 3 of my flipping spells.
so
Yeah, 3 of mine.
as you continue on down into the sewer to try and find what is causing the acidic water in the sewers, we're going to call it good for that session. Because obviously I've got a lot of interference going on here now.
Yeah, that was...
Plus, that battle lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. It was another.
Welcome to the rats.
It was another because Murdoch moment.
Except this time it was because
Rats.
poop rats.
Because poop rats.
Yep.
For the record, that rat that downed Raimi only had 3 health left.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah.
I was gonna put the moonbeam in his way, but he moves 60, and I can only move the moonbeam 60 per turn.
Yeah,
So that was not happening.
it saw the other rat just disintegrate, and as I said, rats aren't super smart, but they're smart enough to know when danger's around. So they were just...
Well, when the rat was there and is not there, it's time to book it.
Yep.
Yeah.
The rat's just there like, okay, that didn't look good, I'm out of here. I am gone. I am gone. And then obviously the swarm of rats had the same idea. The swarm of rats were actually getting pretty low at that point too.
Yeah, they were my next targets as they were so close.
Yeah, how many rats were left in the swarm?
Well, I mean,
There's 24 normally at the start.
yeah, they were only down to like 10.
Yeah, that would have been painful for them.
So it was just a small pack.
Yeah, essentially it was just a small group of rats, all just essentially with strength in numbers.
Yeah, that's what it wore.
Yeah.
That's what the swarm does.
They got Gil once. Because that's because they got advantage on it. So I was saying that he wasn't using his shield on that one because he wasn't expecting it.
Of course he wasn't.
Nope. So then he got swamped, and then just the rats were smart. Ish. Smart-ish, as I said. They were just there like, this hurts, gonna go away. Ooh, target. This hurts, gonna go away. Ooh, target. And
Yeah, pretty much.
And the other one was just like, this one chick's attacking me all the time. I'm gonna bite back.
The other one was like, there's a lizard man. I'm going to bite it.
Well, as I said, the rat originally attacked you because you were the one holding the lantern.
Yeah, so he saw the light.
Yeah, Solar Light was just like, I can see something there. Even though it has dark vision, it's like, well, I'm gonna...
That attracts the
Yeah,
attention.
I'm gonna go with the thing holding the light thingy.